as we'll see the #3 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Towler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game. It's a squib kick. It's going to be fielded at one of the up men. Tackle is made at the 38. That's a good kick return. They're going to run it. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Boy, after all the buildup and all the hype for the playoff game, see the offensive line take control here on this first play. Just establish an identity. Let this defense know who they're facing.
Getting set. Here's second down. There's the handoff.
That's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the right here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught by the receiver. Gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a first down. They're going to run it here. Powers through. Throws a stiff arm, and he's in the clear. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
They'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, hold him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Wide open downfield. Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be first and goal.
Great job here as a play caller. You come out in the opening drive, you want to establish a little bit of an aggressive nature, and you hit some big plays here downfield. Great way to start this game.
Touchdown, Ohio State, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
This is why this offense is one of the more dangerous offenses in the country. The quarterback and his legs. It's one thing to try to stop him throwing the football, but you better keep eyes on him because you can see not only can he get out into the open, he has got serious speed to take it to the house.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Stop him short of the line to gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's so early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Breaks into the clear. He rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And there's the handoff. Got the first down and still motoring. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Nice Nice job here by this back picking up the first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you got to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs. They're still trying to live up to that to this day.
The Ducks are looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Has a pass to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks, as they fight back here in this playoff game. So the quarterback says, I'll do this myself, but he just takes off and flashes the speed in the touchdown run.
My goodness, his creativity and speed makes it almost impossible to stop. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I start locking in on this quarterback's ability to run, because if you don't, you're going to see a lot more plays like this.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Well, early on, it's a fun battle on the road to the national championship deadline at the end of one. Let's check out the early stats so far. We've got a good one in our hands, which we'll hope for in a playoff game as we begin the second period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Catch made on the out route.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Hey, I like the aggressive approach here, trying to pick up this first down, just not able to execute, and now you've given the opposing offense really good field position. Your defense better step up.
Gets the first and still running. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And the Ducks trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game with this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Remember, last time they were going to fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Testing the right side here. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's got a man down the middle. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. When you think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years, go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s, and of course most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a first down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Going to scramble now. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Makes the grab. It's Parker. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back, get the first down on this 3rd and short, and see what you can do from here.
First down and more. He's still running. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. They'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Let's again quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking for his back. It's caught. And make the tackle back. That team moves it inside the red zone.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
We're back starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Ducks. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. They'll feed the back again. He's got room to run. And that will pick up the first down, spotted at 38. Timeout is called. A Duck strategy late in this close game, but halftime approaching.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Oh, great juke, and he's in the clear. And he will head out of bounds after a huge pickup on the ground.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Here's the second down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught. Completion. Tackle right after the catch. But they'll spot the ball down at the 15. First down, the clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Catch made, looking for the goal line. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves them closer to the goal line. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Second down, we're going to throw it. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a first and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
I mean, you don't see this very often. They just pressured the quarterback, and did you see how many guys that were rushing? 3. You have 8 guys in coverage, and you can get that kind of pressure on a quarterback with 3 rushing.
Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. An effective running game is why they're on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The Ducks will line up on 1st and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Again, he makes it 2nd and medium. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. He'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, what a grab! That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Looking for the end zone, has a lane. Touchdown, Oregon. This offense really clicking.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
He knocked through the P-18 to go up 28-17. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And the same runner's got it again. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. He could go. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Heading left after the handoff. First down, looking for more now. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Ducks.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And they're able to tack on the extra point.
Ohio State, 17.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Running out of time in the pocket.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
He's going for a big play downfield. He tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The receiver grabs it, and he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
He'll take a deep shot. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
First play on the drive now, coming up from the 29. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. We played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. And now, entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now you're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
He missed it. Off target that time. After the miss, it's still an 18-point lead. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
It's just so hard in these late game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Second down after the incompletion. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. The pocket breaking down.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
Third down play for this offense right here. Out of the gun now on third down. Lets it go quickly. Tight coverage, deflected and incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter. You don't want to give up the big play. Force them to throw underneath, tackle them inbounds, and keep that clock moving.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Looking for a man. On the move now. He lets it go on the move. Can't connect in a long throw. Incomplete. A fourth down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Any hopes of staying alive in a playoff depend on making a play, scoring, and scoring quickly here. It's desperation time. And it's good for a first down to the 36. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Here's a 1st and 10 play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He escapes the pocket. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Catch made down inside the 20. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Buckeyes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Breaks into the open. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Leaning on the run game here. He's past the marker and still going. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Wolf. Brought down. It crosses midfield to the 46.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Now it's 2nd down here.